If you've got an Indian touring motorcycle with the factory floorboards, you need highway peg mounts. And Ciro has the answer for you with these floorboard mounted highway peg mounts. And let me show you how exactly very simple they are to install. And another thing, as long as we're there, one of the things you're going to do is also, I'm going to show you how to replace your stock floorboard with the new Ride Culture floorboards. Your first step you're going to do is to remove your floorboard. By starting out, take off the rubber. It just pops right out like that. And then underneath here, you've got one bolt that's going to hold this on, and you just use your 13mm wrench and socket. That comes right out. There we go. We're going to reuse this, so don't lose it. Now what we need to do is drill the holes to mount the mounting bracket. So we're going to go over to the bench and I'll show you where you need to do that. So as you can see, the kit has everything you need to install these. We're going to start on the right side, which we just took this one off, and this is the right side, so we're going to have the peg sitting there. So obviously you're going to have this mounted like that. So first thing you want to do is locate this hole right here that's already in the floorboard, the stock one, and we're going to attach this using the small screw in this threaded hole right here, and then we can mark the holes. So it's just this little teeny guy. Make sure you put the lock washer on there too. The easiest way to do that is just put it through the hole. I'll turn it up sideways here. Now we're just going to get that snug. We don't have to super tighten it right now because all we're using it for is to line up the holes here. As you're sliding this through, you want to make sure you're lining this hole up right here and get it as centered as you can. And then we're going to mark this hole like that. And then we'll just turn this aside. Now with the holes marked, we're going to make a center punch right there for that one, drill a pilot hole, and then drill this hole bigger and this one bigger as well. Now we're going to move to the 5/16, which is slightly oversized, and that's on purpose. So we're going to drill this hole out here to a 5/16, and this one as well. Now those two, as you can see here, now we've got our holes in there, we can attach this bracket and tighten it down. So we're going to use these two flathead screws, drop them in the holes here, and they should sit nice and flush like that. And just flip that over. Now you're going to have your lock washers here. You put a washer on each. And then we're going to tighten this one and these two down, get that nice and snug. Tighten this back one down. There we go. Now that's mounted. Let's put this on like this. We're going to put it on loosely because you want to adjust this when you get it on the bike, but you might as well put it on now. It makes life easier. And that's very simple by just running this with the lock washer on the back side through here onto the splined clevis. And like I said, I'm not going to tighten it all the way. We're going to leave it a little bit loose so we can adjust it on the bike. And with that, we're ready to put this assembly back on the motorcycle. So now we can reattach the floorboard using, of course, the bolt that we saved earlier. Just line those holes up. That should go straight through. There's little plastic grommets on each side of the factory piece here. They're little bushings, so you make sure you don't lose those. And then just slide that through. Replace the bolt. Tighten that down. There we go. So that still flexes and moves. Should be just a little bit of resistance on there, and you're good to go. Now we can put the peg on here. So on this particular bike, this is actually one of the ride culture motorcycles. So we're going to put these ride culture footrests on there, and we're going to slide those right in there. Of course, we're going to use our D-washer here for a lock washer, and you want to make sure that you have the clevis on the right-hand side with the little bolt up so that it catches these for the ratcheting action. I like to slide the D-washer in like that, and then have this slightly tilted up. And force it in there. Now, you usually have to kind of align some things in here. So we're gonna just move it around like so. And then run this right down. Now all we gotta do is tighten up that inner bolt. All right, this is also fully adjustable when it's all installed. So if you don't get it exactly right, play with it a little bit as you go through. You'll find the way you want. Now we will reinstall your floorboard rubber part, and this is actually a really good time to upgrade to the Ride Culture floorboard inserts. Installation is the same. As you can see, they're exactly the same on the back side about how they work. So what I like to do is spray a little wax or soap on the edges of these, much like this. It just helps for installation. And then these go right into the holes, just like the old one came out. You just kind of push them, squeeze them through, you work it through. I get under there with my fingers and make sure that it's securely fastened all the way around. There you go. And there you have it. Highway peg mounts, fully adjustable, really easy to install, and a great look and fully functional. So there you have it. Simple to install. It only takes 10-12 minutes each side, and you are done, and you have a whole new comfort level of riding that you can do. So go to Ciro3D.com for all of the information. These mounts work with any half-inch Harley-Davidson style peg adapter. So all of our pegs work from Ciro, and of course these Ride Culture ones work too and look great all together. So I'm Ken with Ciro. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.